So I was lucky enough to get an invite to the second new Genesis beta test. Since unfortunately Bouncer isn't an option, I decided to go with Tecker, and I had quite a bit of fun with it. I decided to make a little video just highlighting some of the features and some of the things I liked about Tecker. Of course, since this is a beta, a lot of this might change by the time the game goes live, and I was also working with just rough translations of the abilities, so there might be something I missed. Currently, for this version of the beta, Tecker has access to two different PAs. The first PA works similar to Heavy Hammer in that it's a gap closer, and you can also charge it to increase the damage. The second PA will hit the ground twice, causing small shockwaves. Tecker actually has access to block this time around, and I found it to be a very nice addition. It helped me to be able to stay aggressive in melee range, and it also added a nice visual cue to let you know when the block was successful. After getting one of the skills on the skill tree, you'll be able to actually do a counter attack by using a normal after a successful block. For techniques, we had access to fire, ice, and lightning abilities. For fire techniques, we had access to Foyer and Gifoyer. For ice, we had access to Barda and Gibarda. And for lightning, we had Zande and Gizande. This time around, Photon Blast was replaced with a really cool looking melee attack. The skill tree is pretty small this time around, but it felt pretty impactful once I unlocked everything. To unlock each skill point, I had to do little trial quests called cocoons. Each skill point brought necessary utility and allowed me to feel like I really had an impact on battle. The first skill you unlock is a shifted D-band field and applies both abilities to everyone within range. The next skill is Shifted D-band Party Share, and it makes your Shifted D-band apply to all party members even if they're out of range. Another skill will unlock Wand Element Change. This works just like in PSO2 in that you can charge an element and then your wand will change to that element. There is a visual cue to show you what element you currently have. It'll change the color of the ball at the end of your wand, and you'll also see some of the element when you're attacking. The skill under that one is Wand Element Revoke, which lets you drop your wand's current element by charging your weapon action. The next skill is Resta Field Tecker. If you don't know already, monomates have been replaced by Resta signs that you collect while you're running around the world. This skill turns those Resta signs into an AoE heal and also increases the healing from them. I was able to use this a lot when I was fighting bosses around a lot of other people. You can only hold 10 charges of this, so during long battles I found myself sometimes having to run around and collect more. The last skill is the one I mentioned earlier that lets you perform a counter attack by using a normal after a successful guard. I didn't really experiment with any subclasses. I just picked forces that had a couple skills that would increase my PP. Overall, I really had a lot of fun with Tecker. I felt like I was really able to contribute a lot to group play, while also feeling pretty powerful during solo play. Stringing together techs and melees felt really fluid, and I found myself using both in pretty much every fight. The animations for everything were gorgeous, and I found myself really addicted to the combat. Combat did feel a little bit slower than PSO2, but it also felt more immersive. Having access to guard meant that I was constantly watching the enemy to look for any kind of movement cues that might mean he's gonna attack. Having access to text was really helpful when enemies were moving a lot or when I had to reach a faraway weak point. It was really satisfying to land a successful status ailment on an enemy, and the melee hits really felt like they had some heft behind them. Overall, it just felt like a way more polished version of the PSO2 base game Tecker. If you like Tecker now, you're gonna love Tecker in NGS. I think this will definitely be my first main class when NGS hits. Let me know what you thought of Tecker and what class you think you're gonna be maining. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.